Good day. Welcome to our quick review, unboxing, and setup demonstration of the Lenovo Smart Clock Essential. That is the brother product, or sister product as it may be, to the Lenovo Smart Clock with Google Assistant. Now, you may ask, why would anybody buy a product without a digital touchscreen when you could get one with a digital touchscreen? Well, there's two answers to that. One, they're not quite the same product. They're very similar inside from what we understand. But this does not have a touchscreen, which for some people is actually a good thing, and I'll get to that in a moment. But it also has a backlight, and when I say a backlight, it has a light on the back, a night light, that's hopefully controllable through voice. The second reason to go with this product as opposed to the touchscreen product is that this product is a few dollars cheaper. I paid about $35 for this Canadian on sale, down from about $70 or $80 full price. And the Lenovo Smart Clock with Google Assistant, by the way, they're both with Google Assistant. For some reason, they just don't label it on the Lenovo Smart Clock Essential. It should be Lenovo Smart Clock Essential with Google Assistant, but it's not branded that way. I paid, I think, $41, $42 for it Canadian. That was on sale, down from, I don't know, $90 or $100 at full price. So the bottom line is, for in US dollars, I could get the one with the touchscreen for about, let's call it $30 US, and the Lenovo Smart Clock Essential for high 20s US if it was on sale. Now, we're just going to clear off a couple of things briefly because you can see there's other products here. We also have the Lenovo Smart Display 7 here that we did a review on, and we also have the Echo Dot. Now, just to be clear on a couple of things before we get into ripping this one open and getting into the full review, this is unpaid. These products are in no way promoted by me or by Up and Running. They were not given to us by Best Buy, which is where we sourced, I think, all of these from, actually. So there's no promotional stuff. This is completely an honest review. And you might ask, well, why do you have so many of them? Well, the answer is when they go on sale, I buy them, and then I give them away to various charities that ask for things, especially right now it's coming up to the Christmas season, and there'll be a few of them coming up asking for donations. Okay. I'm going to dispense with the Echo Dot. Suffice it to say that Alexa is a far cry from Google's Assistant. And while the Alexa product works just fine, I wish I had more of these and fewer of these to give away. So I'll just put that aside. Okay, so let's look at the box very briefly in case there's something on the box you care about. I doubt it. I've looked at the box already and it doesn't say anything in particular that's interesting. But I will show it to you in case you find something. Yeah, there we go. In case you find something else. All right, so let's unbox this bad boy and see what's in here. Okay, no surprise, the unit. I'll put that aside for the moment so we can get rid of the packaging. Charger, I'm in Canada, so I have a North American charger. Nothing too surprising there. If you were in Asia, you would have, or UK, you'd have a 220. There's nothing else in the box other than this little, no doubt, very useful manual, which contains these useful fun things, and the quick start guide, which we're going to ignore because we're going to set it up. But look, there are all of the hardware configuration buttons. All right, so let's unplastic this. Ooh, that was a lovely sound. Now, just so we don't have confusion when I say the magic words, and if you've ever used one of these before, you'll know what the magic words are. I'm going to unplug these two units. So I'll just, there we go. So I can say, okay, Google, and it won't blow things up. Okay, so on here, there's a film that I'm going to pull off. All right, so let's compare it to the Lenovo Smart Clock with the touch screen. And the two things you notice right away are, well, obviously it's a slightly different shape and size, although very similar. But the two things you notice are the buttons on top. There are additional buttons here, which we'll get to in just a moment. And on the back, there is this lovely little nightlight on the Essential. Now, one of the things I think might be missing from here, which could be a really big deal, is a light sensor. Let's just look through the manual here. So what we've got, and we're going to find out. So what we've got are the volume up and down, the enter or next button, and the alarm button. So, okay, that's fine. Although you'd probably never, well, I expect we will never use these buttons and that all of this will be handled by voice. There are two microphones that are cut into the screen there. And on the back, there are plug for the AC adapter, mute, and that's a physical mute. So if you turn it off because you're a bit paranoid, or you just don't want this to ever listen to you, you can just flip that off. And also a very useful little USB port here. You can plug in anything you want. Most people will charge their phones off of this or some other device. So you can just let it sit overnight and charge. Now these devices themselves do not have batteries in them. So you think, well, what happens when the power goes out? Well, because they are connected to the internet, they will update their times and everything will be just fine. So it's still much better than your regular clock.
When the power comes back on.
All right, let's plug it in. Okay, well, that's something interesting right there. We've left this plugged in for a few minutes and got nothing. And I was using the previous charger, which is when I say previous, the one for the Lenovo Smart Clock with the digital screen, which is identical to the one for the Lenovo 7. And it turns out not correct. This is actually a different AC adapter. All right, so that wasn't a good idea. Let's just plug this in and see how this one goes. Now, if this is anything like, there we go. There we go, much better. Couple of dots. Yay.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
We're going to do just that right now.
All right, so what you have to do to get the Lenovo Smart Clock or pretty much any of these Google devices to work is to download the app to your phone now, or tablet for that matter. So if I was on an Apple, I'd go to the Apple Store. In my case, I'm on a Samsung S9, so I'm going to go to the Play Store. So I'll just swipe down in the middle here, and I will find the store. Oh, there it is right there. Play Store in my case. And what I have to type in here is Google Home. Now, I already have it installed because I already have a bunch of these devices, but you probably don't. So, in your case, you'll select Install right up here. In my case, I'm just going to select Open. So let me just slide this over so we can see what's happening to the device as well in the background. Click Open here. And as you know, I've already got one in the kitchen, and I've also got a clock in the master bedroom. I'm going to add another one, which is easy to do by selecting the plus in the top left-hand corner. Set up device, new device, same address. So right now it's connecting that device to my Wi-Fi in the house using the settings I already have on my phone, which is just great. Yes, I heard the sound, you may not have. Yeah, I would actually like to improve this. That's fine. So where is this device? Well, I'm going to put it in a guest bedroom. Just click Bedroom. Next. Continue. That's my Wi-Fi. Yep. Okay. Nothing I can change here, so I'm going to click Next. I would like this to use Spotify as my default music provider. I do not have a Sirius connection. Sure, it can use my Netflix. Although it will be pointless to in this case because this device does not have a display screen in which movies or video content could be displayed. This is kind of neat. I could click Add Contacts so that I could say things like, hey Google, call the office or something like that, but I'm not going to do that for the moment. We'll come back and do that at the end of this. Let's keep this simple for the moment. Click Next. Would I like it to send me the information? Sure. Yep, that's all happy.
Okay, so let's try a few things. Okay, Google, what's the weather supposed to be next Wednesday in Toronto?
Next Wednesday in Toronto, Canada, there'll be showers with a high of 12 and a low of 8.
Okay, Google, set a timer for 4 seconds.
4 seconds. Starting now.
Let's see what happens. Stop. So that's a little trick. You don't have to say, okay, Google, stop. That's about the only time you can get away without saying, okay, Google. is when there's an alarm going off, you can just say stop. Let's try some music. Okay, Google, play something from Rush.
Here's a Spotify station featuring Rush.
Okay, Google, stop. Okay, Google, play some music from the 1980s.
Sure, here's the Spotify playlist called 80s Hits.
Okay, Google, turn it up. Okay, Google, turn it way up. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, so I think you get the idea there. Okay, Google, good morning.
Hello, Ian. The time is 1:11 p.m. Currently in Chestermere, it's 6 degrees and mostly cloudy. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 7 and a low of -7. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 2. Have a nice day. Here's the latest news. From BBC Minute at 12:57 p.m. today.
Laura and William for BBC Minutes. First, a big news
Okay,
from the
Google,
Health
turn it down.
Summit, China
Okay,
and the
Google,
US
turn
have
it down.
Together on climate
Okay, Google,
action
turn it
to
way
reduce the
down.
carbon emissions in key areas
All right.
such as
Now I can also
transport
press the
and
buttons
energy.
here.
As the world's 2 biggest emitters, it's a big boost to the conference.
Okay, Google,
Meanwhile,
stop.
British Prime Minister-
So using the buttons is something I will never do other than to demonstrate it because I'll just use voice command. It's a great smart speaker. So you've noticed that the good morning keywords give you a group of things. Time, the weather, and the news. Let's see what happens at night. Okay, Google, good night.
Hi, you found the new bedtime routine. Let's try it together. First, let's set tomorrow morning's alarm. What time should I set the alarm for?
7:45 a.m.
Tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. Set. Next, I'll play some nature sounds to help you fall asleep. And just so you know, you can customize this routine. I can also tell you about tomorrow's calendar or weather, turn off lights, and more. To customize your bedtime routine, take a look at routine settings in the Google Home app. Sleep well.
Thanks, Google. I'll do that. Okay, Google, turn it down. Okay, Google, cancel alarm for 7:45 a.m.
Okay, your alarm for tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. is canceled.
Okay, Google, set the screen brightness to 3%.
Alright, setting the screen's brightness to 3%.
Okay, Google, stop. Okay, Google, set the screen brightness to 100%.
Sure, setting the screen's brightness to 100%.
Okay, now let's try the nightlight. Okay, Google, set the nightlight brightness to 25%. Okay, Google, set the nightlight brightness to 100%. We're going to come back and do this at night so you can actually see how effective that is, but that is very bright. Okay, Google, turn off the nightlight. Okay, you'll also notice that in addition to this fairly nice cloth that has these rubber feet, and it will, stop it from sliding around if there's, if you're in a place that's subject to movement, like you've got kids, or you're a newlywed couple, if you know what I mean, or, or you like earthquakes, whatever. All right, so let's just demonstrate that. Just watch here. Well, actually, there's a switch back here to turn the microphone off, so you don't want it to listen to you at all. You only want it to use the buttons. I can flip that switch.
The mic is muted.
See?
The mic's back on.
All right, so let's see how clear and how loud this gets. Okay, Google, play some music from Taylor Swift.
Here's a Spotify station featuring Taylor Swift.
Okay, Google, turn it way up. Okay, Google, turn it down. Here, we'll just move it down one notch. Okay, Google, turn it off. Okay, so you get the idea, that's pretty loud. Okay, Google, turn it way down. On the screen here we have the day, the time, the current temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. We also have the weather conditions It'll show sun, fog, wind, cloud, rain, snow, and even a bad weather icon. If you see a circle with an exclamation mark in it, that's your bad weather stuff. And then over here, as you saw, was the microphone and the alarm setting. All right, so let's demonstrate a couple of slightly advanced things. Let's have it go out to the internet and just look a number up. Hey Google, call Safeway in Chestermere.
Sure, since this is your first call with your Google Home, here are a couple of notes. First, emergency numbers aren't available. Next, you can tell me to hang up at the end of your call. Now, let's get started. Calling Safeway Chestermere Station.
Thank you for calling your
Okay, Google, hang up. So what that did is it looked up the phone number on the internet and called it. And while it says you can't use emergency numbers, you can do things. So let's just show you what happens. Okay, Google, dial 911.
Sorry, emergency calls aren't available.
See? But what you can do is you can say things like, okay, Google, call Chestermere RCMP.
Just a reminder, emergency calls aren't available from your Google Home. When you're done, tell me to hang up. Now, let's get started. Calling Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP.
Okay, Google, stop. So that was going to work. You get the idea? I can't use emergency numbers like 911 in North America, but I can say to phone a specific office, like the Chestermere RCMP, or the New York Police Department, or my local fire station. So you have the same effect. Also, because this smart speaker was set up with your phone, it already has all of your contacts. So you can have it phone anybody in your contact list. So check this out. Hey Google, call Gladys and Clive Matthews at home.
Alright, home or mobile?
Home.
Calling Clive and Gladys Matthews, home.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Hey, I'm just
What seems to be the problem?
I'm just calling you on the Google Smart Clock, and I'm just doing this all through voice command. So I wanted to know how, and I'm actually recording this, so I'm wondering how the sound quality is. You sound great, by the way.
You've come through great. Talk to you at the weekend.
All right, I'll talk to you on the weekend, Dad. Bye-bye.
See you, man.
Bye. Okay, Google, hang up. Amazing! That was my 89-year-old dad. And he is the likely recipient of this device, although he's going to get the choice between that one and this one with the touchscreen. I think he's going to prefer this one. Okay, and another feature is to control lights and other electronic devices. And so I'll put a video in the top right-hand corner showing you how to connect something as simple as a smart light bulb. But once that's done, I can say things like, hey Google, turn off the lights. Or, hey Google, set the temperature to 70 degrees if I had a smart thermostat. Okay Google, stop. I actually don't want it to do any of those. But you get the idea that you can use it to control smart devices. Okay Google, tell me a joke.
I've got a few good ones. Why does Humpty Dumpty love autumn? Because he had a great fall.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, Google, read me an audiobook.
It looks like there aren't any audiobooks in your Google Play Books library, but you can buy one on the Google Play Store.
Pretty cool. And it would read me a story. Okay, we'll come back at night and we'll see how this light works. Okay, we'll come back when it's dark and we'll show you how the nightlight works, and we'll determine once and for all if this actually has a light sensor to auto dim the screen like this unit does. I'm hoping it does, but I don't think it does. All right, we'll see you in a few hours when it's very dark. All right, so this is at normal daytime light. In fact, it's at night and I've got all of the lights on. Let me go turn the lights off. I'll turn off the main one first. And you can see how fast the LCD screen dims down. Boom. That took, what, 3 times as long, 4 times as long? All right, now let's turn off all of the lights so it would simulate what you'd have in your bedroom. The LCD screen at the back, which is the Lenovo Smart Clock with Google Assistant, is accurately represented in this video. The other one, however, which is the Lenovo Smart Clock Essentials, is showing about twice as bright on the camera as it actually is. It's actually pretty dim, although lighter than I would like it. Let's turn the lights back on. Let's see how long it takes to brighten up. Oh, there we go. Well, the LCD screen comes up quickly. Boom. Okay, I'm going to turn these off one more time. Okay, here we are at night. Let's see how the Lenovo Google Smart Clock Essentials works with its nightlight. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight on. Okay, Google, turn the light to its brightest. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight brightness to 5%. Okay, it's flickering on the camera, but it is not flickering in reality. So that's just a cycling thing. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight to 10% brightness. Yeah, again, it's not flickering in reality. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight to 100% brightness. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight to half. Okay, it understands that. Okay, Google, turn the nightlight off.